Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm just doing a little mind alchemy here on the way to work. I can't stand when my enemies be trying to project their energy onto me. It's just like yuck. And I know it ain't my energy because I know my energy. These people are so miserable. And you know, the saying, misery loves company. So I'm transmuting this energy. And sometimes you'll have that where you have unhappy people who want to project their unhappiness onto you. And if you're not careful, you're going to think that it's your energy and you're going to take it in as yours. But if you know your general disposition, then you'll be able to recognize it quickly and transmute it. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm transmuting this raggy ass energy, this miserable, depressing energy. I'm transmuting it into positive energy. I'm just gonna be thankful. You know, the attitude of gratitude is a powerful way to transmute negative energy. I hope that you guys can hear me, because I got the air on. You know, it's humid. You know, summertime now, it's humid, and sister gotta have some air, okay? So anyway, I'm just feeling like their energy in my field, and I'm like, nah, I'm not taking this on. I'm not taking this in as my energy. I'm going to be thankful. You know, like I was saying, the attitude of gratitude is a powerful way to transmute energy from negative to positive. Being thankful, being grateful for what you have. A lot of us spend a lot of time complaining about what we don't have, but we don't focus on what we have. And it's usually not until we lose it, you know, when we lose things in our life that we appreciate it, you know. If you have those three necessities, food, clothing, and shelter, that's something to be very thankful for. There's people in this world that ain't got that, you know. And I have those three things, and I'm very thankful for that. It's this energy of, and I know what it is. They want me to feel like I don't have anything to be thankful for. They want me to feel miserable like they do. They want me to compare myself to other people and what they have and stuff like that, and to get caught up into materialism and you know, wanting wealth and all that. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with, you know, wanting those things. You just don't want those things to have you. They want me to see myself and my life as, you know, like a failure or whatever. But I'm not taking on that energy. I'm not taking on that energy. I have so much to be thankful for. So much to be thankful for. And You know, it's the simple things that I'm grateful for. The things that they don't want me to be grateful for. You know, and I'm thinking about this and I'm like, wow, is that all y'all value? Talking about my enemies. Is that all y'all value? That's all y'all got for y'all? Well, not anymore. I'm sure y'all losing everything. Y'all getting that karma. I know y'all getting that karma. But anyway, it's sad that you have people that all they value is the things of this world. You know what I'm saying? That's what gives them worth, because they don't have God. You know, when you have God, when you have a relationship with the divine, you don't need to find worth in anything outside of that. And I have that. I'm very fortunate to have that. So it makes my life, it gives my life more meaning and purpose having a relationship with God, where they don't and they need these things to feel important, to feel like they have value. I don't need that. And they're trying to project that energy onto me. And I know I don't need that. I'm content with what I have, and I'm thankful for what I have. It doesn't mean that, you know, I won't have more, but I have everything that I need. You know, I have everything I need. Food, clothing, and shelter. And I'm quite content with, you know, living simplistic. Is that the word? Simplistically. I feel when you have that attitude of living a simple life, it frees you from materialism. It frees you from becoming a slave to, you know, monetary things and this monetary system. You know, that lust for more, that lust for material things, and that lust for wealth. The love of money is the root to all evil. Money isn't the root to all evil, it's the love of money. And I feel like living a simplistic life frees you from those things, because so many people are unhappy because they're focused on what they don't have, and they're not grateful for what they do have. And I'm grateful for what I have. It may not be the best, you know, it may not be aesthetically pleasing or whatever, but it's mine, and I'm thankful to have it. You know, I'm thankful for my job. You know, it may not be what is considered what's the word I'm thinking of? One of those type of jobs where a prestigious position or whatever, but I work. You know what I'm saying? I work. I take care of myself. I take care of my children. You know, I'm not asking people for handouts or nothing. I'm doing stuff on my own. And I'm providing for myself, and I'm providing for my children. And so, what's not to respect? What's not to admire a person that works? You know what I'm saying? Who cares, like, what the position is? You know, people focus on the wrong things. A person that is working and taking care of themselves, taking care of their children, taking care of their responsibilities, is someone that should be respected. Not because of the position that they have. You know, I think that's really silly. You know? That's really silly. To judge someone based on the type of job that they have. As long as they're working towards something and they're taking care of themselves, they're taking care of their family and their responsibilities. You know what I mean? I pay my bills on time every month. I got good credit. You know, I make sure that I don't overspend. I'm responsible with my money. You know, and I live a simple life. A lot of people are not responsible with their money because they trying to keep up with the Joneses. They trying to compete when they need to stay in their lane. You know, that's one of the things that I love about living a simplistic life, is that I don't have to worry about, you know, overspending and stuff, because I really don't care about all that. You know, I'm thankful for having what I have. I don't need like a huge wardrobe. You know, I don't need a bunch of fancy things. You know, all I need is the basics, and I'm good. You know what I mean? Okay, we got looks like we had a car accident here. Oh man, I'm glad I wasn't in that. Don't look like it was a bad one. Yeah, so anyway, I'm thankful for what I have. And I'm not going to allow these miserable people who have more than I have, or had more than I have, and, you know, weren't thankful for it. Instead of focusing on what they had, they're focusing on what I have, the little bit that I have. You know, and then trying to project their negative energy onto me to make me feel some type of way about what I have or don't have or whatever. And I'm like, no, I'm transmuting that energy. You know, I'm thankful for what I have. And I appreciate the little things, the so-called little things, which really isn't a little thing. You have a lot of people that complain about their jobs, right? And I am guilty of this too. You know what I'm saying? You know, I have to stop myself sometimes. But like, wait a minute. Let me transmute this energy because I'm thankful. You know, where would a lot of us be without our job? We should be thankful that we have a job. That gives us the ability to take care of ourselves and our family. You know, and use your frustration. If you don't like your job, use it as your frustration as motivation to find something better or to follow your goals. Use it as motivation to get out of there and do something that you would really love to do. But be thankful for your job, because I know your job, even though you might not like it, is helping you to sustain yourself and your family. So be thankful for that. You know, we take that for granted. We complain about our bills. But be thankful that you're able to pay them. And even if you have a problem paying them on time, be thankful that you have the money to pay the bills when you can, when you're able to. That you're not in a position where you can't pay any of your bills. Be thankful for having a place to live and not being homeless. It doesn't matter if you live if you're renting a bedroom in someone's house. If you're living in an apartment, if you're living in a house, like me, you're living in a house, maybe it's old, maybe, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. Be thankful that you have a house. Be thankful that you have that room to stay in. Whatever your situation is, you have shelter. Be thankful for that. That's big. Food, clothing, and shelter are big, huge, giant things that we take for granted. If you have food, clothing, and shelter, you are blessed beyond measure. There's people in this world that don't have that. It doesn't matter what condition your shelter is. Whether you eating filet mignon or you eating ramen noodles. You know what I'm saying? Be thankful for that. Whether you're living in a studio apartment, renting out a room, a bedroom somewhere, or you living in a raggedy ass house like mine. I'm thankful for my house. I'm thankful for everything that I have. And you need to be thankful too. Because food, clothing, and shelter are huge blessings from the divine. You need to thank God every day you wake up. And you have these things. Be thankful that you're not on the streets homeless. When you go to that job that you hate, be thankful that you have a job to complain about, that you have something that's going to provide for you, to give you food, clothing, and shelter. Be thankful for the ramen noodles that you eat every day. You know what I'm saying? We take these things for granted. And they are huge, huge blessings. It doesn't matter the condition of those things. What's important is that you have it. We take so much for granted. Be thankful for your health. There's always something that we can find to be thankful for. So instead of complaining about what you don't have, be thankful for what you do have. Having an attitude of gratitude is powerful. And it is a great way to magnetize good things in your life. When you send out that energy of thanksgiving, you're going to have things. Oh goodness, what are you doing? Okay. You're going to have more things to be thankful for. You're going to be a magnet to things to be thankful for, because you're putting out that energy. The energy we put out is the energy that we get back in return. So if you're always complaining, you're going to attract more things to complain about. So make a habit every day. Before you get out of your bed, just start thinking of all the things that you're thankful for. And I bet if you just be thankful for the little things, you'll find that you have so much to be thankful for. Things that you just took for granted. The fact that, your heart is beating, that you're breathing, that you're able to walk, you're able to talk, you're able to see, and if some of your senses are impaired, be thankful for the ones that aren't impaired. If you're not able to walk, be thankful for your wheelchair. There's always something to be thankful for. So focus on the things that you have and be thankful for those things, because at any moment, those things can be taken away. The divine blesses us with the ability to have things. And those things can, as quickly as we get them, they can be taken away just as quickly. So don't wait until those things are removed from your life to be thankful for them. Be thankful for your children that may be driving you crazy. Be thankful for them, because I'm pretty sure if you didn't have them, you would be upset, you would be sad. Be thankful for the people that in your life who love you, who truly love you. You know what I'm saying? Who truly love you and want what's best for you and have your best interests at heart. Some of us don't have people in our lives like that. So be thankful if you have, family that loves you, and you have friends who love you. You have a support system. You have people in your life that truly, truly care about you. That's a blessing. And be grateful for those people that are in your life that are like that. And take the time out to thank them, for being, for being the loving people that they are. We take so much for granted. We take the people that are in our lives for granted. Be thankful for what you have. Take the time out to thank those people who truly, truly love you. And let them know how much you appreciate them. Not everybody has that in their lives. I know I don't. But what I do have, what I don't have physically, I have spiritually. And I'm truly thankful for my spiritual family. I'm thankful for the divine, who is, my everything. God is everything that the people that were in my life weren't. And I'm thankful for my relationship with God. And thank God. Thank the divine for all the blessings that are in your life, the things that you may have taken for granted. Take the time out to thank God every day for those things. Start seeing the things that you take for granted as blessings. And stop lusting over what you don't have, and be thankful for what you have. Like I said, that's a good way to transmute negative energy. It's Thanksgiving. Just start being thankful. I thank the divine. I thank the divine for my job that I'm going to right now. I'm so thankful. I'm thankful that God has given me a job that allows me to take care of myself and my children. I'm very thankful for that. I thank the divine that it has blessed me with a car, a reliable means of transportation to get to my job. I'm thankful that the divine has blessed me and my children with shelter. That is warm in the winter and cool in the summer. That protects us from all the elements and gives us a place of comfort, a place of relaxation. I'm thankful for that. I thank the divine for blessing me with my health, that my body is healthy and strong. I have all of my senses. I'm thankful for a healthy and strong body. My heart is beating. I'm thankful for breath, to be able to breathe fully and clearly without any obstruction. I'm thankful for my children, my beautiful children that the divine has given me. I'm thankful for clothing to cover my body. I'm thankful for life and the lessons that they give me. Even the hard lessons, even the negative experiences that I've had in my life. You know, those experiences were opportunities for growth. And I'm thankful that I have learned the lessons that I needed to learn in those difficult and challenging times. And that the divine has given me a higher perspective to see my life through different lenses and to appreciate those lessons that those experiences have given me. And I'm glad that I learned them, so I won't have to repeat them again. You know, the people that I had to let go of and the lessons that I had to learn from those relationships, those, you know, experiences with those people. You know, the friendships I had to let go of. You know, the partnerships I had to let go of. And family that I had to let go of. Everything that I had to let go of. I'm so thankful that the divine has allowed me to learn, to see what I needed to learn from those experiences and to understand why I had to go through the things that I had to go through. I appreciate, you know, the divine for helping me to see things from its perspective rather than my ego's. I have a lot to be thankful for. And I just transmuted that image. See, that's what you do. That is the power of gratitude. If you just start thinking of all the things that you are thankful for, the little things, the things that you take for granted, like when I was talking about my heart beating, breathing. These are things that we take for granted because, we don't have to try. These are automatic things that our body does on its own. If we had to remember for our heart to beat, like if we had to consciously make our heart beat and make ourselves breathe, we'd be dead. We'd all be dead. Like, oh shit, I forgot to make my heart beat. Drop dead. We would be dead if we had to remember those things. So those automatic things that our body naturally does on its own, that's something to be thankful for. You know what I'm saying? And you could start off with that. But if you just start your day before you get on your phone, a lot of people, they get up there on their damn phone. Don't go to the phone. Go to God. Thank God for all of those blessings in your life that you take for granted. Start off with the small things. I'm thankful I got up this morning, or whenever you got up. I'm thankful for, being able to breathe. I'm thankful for being able to see. You just start off with when they're not even little things. Those are things that are big, but we just don't appreciate because we're so used to having it. But those are huge things to be thankful for. If we could just start our day being thankful, it will set the pace for the rest of your day. And if you're feeling negative, that's a way to transmute your energy. And also, you have to learn to know yourself. You got to learn yourself. A lot of people don't know themselves. And I think a lot of people don't realize that a lot of the thoughts or some of the thoughts that they have and emotions that they have are not actually their own. They don't understand that you can pick up on other people's energies and that other people can send you their energy. They can send you energy. They can send you the energy of depression. They can send you the energy of irritation and being other negative emotions or negative thoughts, But I'm telling you, that's something that happens. And if you know yourself, if you know that you are generally a positive person and you out of nowhere start feeling like crap, you just start feeling negative, then you have to question, where is this coming from? Because I really don't have a reason to feel this way. Where is this coming from? And sometimes it could be people fucking with your energy. And so I just gave you a way to transmute it. Start being thankful. Now, of course, if this is something that commonly happens, it could be like a biological thing. It could be a mental thing or whatever. You might want to go to a doctor for that. I am not going to say that it's always, someone fucking with your energy. But it could be. So anyway, I'm done with this message. I just wanted to do a little mind alchemy and record it to help others, who may be having some negative thoughts and emotions, and how to recognize whether or not those are coming from you or from someone else. I know that what I was feeling wasn't my energy. I know that because I'm generally a positive person. I'm just, a ray of sunshine. Not to say that I'm always like in a good mood, but most of the time I am, because I just stay thankful. Like I'm like all day long, I'm in an attitude of gratitude. That's become like a habit for me. And so when I pick up on these raggedy energies, I'm like, I know this ain't me. That's them, trying to project their energy onto me. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and transmute this energy. I don't like it. I'm not keeping this energy. I'm not bringing it into my energy field. I'm rejecting it. And I'm going to transmute it. I'm going to change it into positive energy because I can do that. And so can you. The power is all in our minds. And you can use the power of your mind to transmute negative energies, transmute negative thoughts and negative emotions. So just keep tabs on how you're feeling and how you're thinking. Learn yourself. Know thyself. If you know yourself and your general disposition, then you can pick up on these energies very easily. You're like, wait a minute, this ain't my energy. I don't think like this. I don't feel like this. And you can reject it and transmute it into positive energy. You know what I'm saying? You can transmute it into positive energy. You can transmute it into positive energy just by, focusing, instead of focusing on those negative thoughts and emotions. You can focus on the opposite. So if you're feeling the negative emotion of sadness, you can focus on the energy of happiness and start thinking of things that make you happy. Thanksgiving, like I said, that is a powerful way to transmute energy. If you start thinking of all the things that you're thankful for, that can immediately begin that whole process of transmuting negative energy to positive energy. But whatever it is that you can think of that would, change your mood in a positive way, focus on that, and then you'll start to find yourself, your mood, start to find that your mood is changing from negative to positive. If there's any type of activities, that you like that brings you happiness and brings you, peace. Maybe you like to play tennis. Maybe you like to, jog in the park. Maybe you like to read. Do those things that will raise your vibration, that will make you feel better. Have affirmations, daily affirmations, positive words to say. I am affirmations, and say those every day. It's all about developing good habits. A lot of us have been brainwashed into thinking negatively as a society. I think our brains have been wired to be negative, and so we have to rewire our brain to be positive. And it's not easy. because once you've developed the habit, especially if it's a habit that, you've pretty much been doing all of your life, it's going to take time to change. But you have to be determined. You know what I'm saying? You have to want to change more than you want to stay the same. And, if you actually do want to change more than you want to stay the same, you're going to do what's necessary, no matter how long it takes. So if you want to become a positive person, you're going to have to do the work. And you're going to have to do it every day, as often as you need to. Every time you get those negative thoughts and feelings, you're going to have to transmute that energy. Say the opposite of what you're saying to yourself. Oh, I never do things right. I always mess up, or whatever. Stop yourself. Recognize what you're doing. Like, oh, wait a minute. Let me not do that. And say the opposite. I always get things right. I always do things. Oh, and I got a little distracted. There was a truck driving crazy, and I thank my ancestors and the divine for protecting me as I'm driving. That's another thing that I'm thankful for. But anyway, if you're saying like that as an example, something negative about yourself, you don't ever do anything right. Like, I always do things right. I'm intelligent and I'm capable of, doing whatever I put my mind to. I'm always doing things the right way, or whatever, Or even if I make a mistake, that's okay. The important thing is that I learn from my mistake. If you're talking about like your finances, saying something negative about your finances, like, I'll never have enough money, whatever. Like, no, I always have enough money. I always have enough money to take care of myself, my family, to make sure that all of my bills are paid. I always have everything that I need. God always provides me. I always have more than enough. That's the thing that you have to do, because words are spells. You know what I'm saying? Words are spells, and they're very powerful. Life and death is the power of the tongue. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be very careful about the words that you say. You want to make sure that the words that you speak are words of power, words of blessing, and not curses. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm at work. I hope this message helped somebody out there. You know what I'm saying? I know it helped me. Because that energy, that old raggedy, nasty energy they was sending to me is completely transmuted. I feel good. I'm ready to go and jive and start singing and dancing and all that. Alright? But anyway, I hope this message helps somebody.